Mr. Chair. So you're telling me that Florida is going to give up holding its primary election January 31st to interview
That would be understandable,
as it becomes law? I understand.
required for law change. The same as in Mississippi, it was required.
Because right now they don't have that. We're talking about Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, because of this, there was a population, South Carolina being the first southern state and part of the Southeast Conference to vote. Are they going to lose? And then Florida, being one of those coastal states, meaning they can go red or blue, is going to move, is going to drop being January 31st, where they are determined. Because we know by the time we get to Iowa, Nevada, South Carolina, Florida, and Nevada, perhaps maybe Colorado, but a lot of folks have passed out, have fallen out of the race anyway. So until I see something that says Florida now is just going to give up its slot in January to become a part of a slot in March, 2 months later to have an impact. That has not happened, and Louisiana doesn't have enough money to even have an election because none was allocated. Is that not correct?
I have an issue right now.
Yes, they do. They truly do. And so I can understand Georgia and Tennessee moving from what, Super Tuesday to the first. Is that what you're saying they're going to do?
First Tuesday.
The first Tuesday rather than Super Tuesday. So that's going to attract all these folks to Arkansas. So Texas is going to move too. What about Missouri? Because the only Southeast Conference can move. There's Texas A&M. And you got Missouri up there in Missouri. We do know what they are, and we do know what the states are for the SECS girls. So they've already all of them have passed laws. So we're going to be the first ones because I know they talked about it. I found myself reading up on it. I don't know if anybody has actually passed legislation to do this, and so we're going to be the first. Is that right?
We'll be the first to pass the legislation. Georgia and Alabama are Mississippi.
They're talking about it, but it requires a change, and it will require a vote of their legislature, and that vote has not taken place. So we're kind of out by ourselves on this March 1st. You're right. And I think that needs to be said because nobody else has done this. We're also talking about having all of us who would run for office run during the winter months. What advantage is that to those who would challenge us incumbents?
Well, moving primaries would, our hope is going to be neutral on any given day. We like to make a move to where it had the least impact. No one will gain advantage from the move.
I would think that the incumbent would have the advantage simply because you're talking about filing November 1st. You're talking about campaigning over Thanksgiving and Christmas. You're talking about having to gather funds over those difficult times when parents have made commitments financially for their families. And then we're talking about campaigning in some of the most treacherous weather around. The one big difference between Arkansas and Tennessee, for instance, is when we got to the border between Arkansas and Tennessee in the last ice storm, Tennessee could get to the polls and we couldn't. Missouri, same way, they could get to the polls and we couldn't. Is there going to be some epiphanous act that would change Arkansas's highways so that when there's ice and snow during a particular period, people would be able to get to the polls?
Might be a new director.
I'm not going to belabor when I just feel that when we're talking about this, we're talking about campaigning during some of the most treacherous weather in the state. And if people who are running for office cannot get out and press the flesh to get to be known by folks, those of us who have the power of incumbency can write letters to our constituents about immediate things giving us that visibility. It doesn't need, in my view, favor the incumbents. And with that, I'll be quiet, Mr. Chair. Thank you.